If you want to pick a house at the waterfront, you can. I check on your house low bar. It's level 2. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Chat and me decided that we are going to purchase this area. We had 3 choices because we are not considering this one. So we had a choice to buy north that has 2 types of resources there and 71% of suitable land where we can build and a bridge connecting to it. We had this land but where we had most resources but less suitable area for building, and we did have to build a bridge there. And then this area where we didn't have as many resources but we had more area to build on. And we all decided that it's going to be this, so we are purchasing this area, and we can actually purchase another one? What? Okay. We purchased one area and then we are going to decide what area we purchase next at some other point. So yeah, let's keep on checking stuff as usual. So one of the advices I can give, at least when the city is small and even when it's large, you have to check on things you need to build up front so you can prepare for your expansion. Yes, we do have funds now. So you check the electricity, it's more or less fine. We will need more since we're going to build faster now. We will be focusing on building green, so we can use geothermal power plants because it doesn't make pollution. And this is the second one I would focus on because when we look at the wind map, it's really windy everywhere, so we can focus on wind power, and these are double the efficiency compared to these. I mean, even better, although the price is double. So price is double compared to this one, but the power output is more than double. And we can place it offshore, so although it makes noise, it can make noise on water. So we will be building these for the moment, and later on we will be building other better and stronger options. So I'll build one here straight away, just to ensure more power as we expand the city, and we will need one on this side so we can connect it to the new area we're going to build. Next thing to check is water. We will surely need more water and sewage. Let's just check the budget. Oh, so we can increase it back to normal. So that should increase it. Once we unpause the game, these stats will change. The same goes for electricity. So yeah, no need for water yet. And we have double the power, so we can more or less build the same as we did here, and we should have enough power. That's why I pre-built it already. And regarding services, we provided them with a recycling center and landfill site. In time we are going to remove the landfill site fully and just rely on recycling centers. And after a while we are going to use some non-vanilla items I'm using in the big city. That makes things just a tad more realistic. Some of the things in game, like building 5 schools in one area, don't make the game too realistic. I do tend to use some items from Steam Workshop that are free, that for instance provide like 2,000 places or 1,000 places for students to go to, which is more realistic to have a school for 1,000 students that's tall compared to building 5 small schools for 300 pupils. We'll keep this intersection, I guess. It's not as efficient and I guess we'll move it in time to make a turbine one, depending how busy this area gets. But I'll leave some space around it in case we are making changes in future to future-proof the change, so we don't build around it and then yeah, we have to destroy everything we built just because we want to make a change here. So we'll make some off-ramps, I guess, so we can build in this area. And yeah, let's check where the resources are so we can plan a bit. I have no idea why I told it has some farming. It's only in the corner here. Yeah, it's some farming. It has some fertile land, but it has a lot of forestry. So we can focus on building here and then start forestry industry here. That comes with the DLC for industries, unlike the one we are using here that comes with vanilla, where we just zone the industry to be forest industry. Yeah, let's start building. We could use two. Do we have that option yet? Oh, we do. So this is aside the roundabouts, this is the best intersection you can use, but it costs 25,000. So for the moment we'll build an off-ramp and an on-ramp and then use it, and after we earn more money, because that's one of the ways you can go bankrupt. Like, you spend 25,000 to build this and build roads around, you end up without money. Let's start building here, and let's start developing this area as well. We need to provide some shops here, because we do need commercial zones. Here you can see demands, what you need to build. So we need some demand for industry, it's lowest. The demand for shops, it's in the middle, and we have a lot of demand for more people to move in. So we'll deal with this, and then we'll build new areas where people can move in, and start the same in this area and follow the demands. And yeah, I was thinking if we can keep the name New City Star. I like it. If you have some other ideas for the city name, because this is the second stream, we still have time to settle on the name, please write your ideas. Please don't use names. New City Star. So yeah, we can actually save a bit. We don't have to build 6-lane roads yet. We can build a 4-lane road, and this one is that cheaper. We're going to upgrade it when we get more money. So we build a road, and we build. There's no need to build roundabouts and whatnot early. And then we make another off-ramp here. So that way that they can go in and out. And we'll need, in order to simplify the power, we'll build one here. Is it too far? Game? Let's see. I think I built it just a tad too far. Maybe it works. So yeah, you can see just for providing power to this area, you'll spend like thousands. So we started with 100,000. Now we are already at 75. Yeah, now this area will have power. I hope. If It's at the border. Let's see. Will it power up? And yep, full. Success! Let's settle the needs. So we said we're going to build some commercial zones here. I think I said we are going to use this block as a commercial zone. So let's do it. Some roads. Oh, we finally have roads with trees. So we can use them in the area where people live. It will make them happier. You can actually see their reactions. It makes them happier, it lowers the noise, and it increases the land value because it looks nicer compared to just a normal street. So people prefer to have trees, which YouTube somehow hears it as cheese. I think it's going to be an ongoing theme, trees and cheese. So yeah, let's build here. Let's leave them some room, and then we can add some trees here. I didn't count it all, but I think it's fine. So let's try. So 1, 2, 3, 4. A good way is to build it in 4x4s because it develops the best buildings there. So I didn't build it well. A little bit more of the road there. So 4. It doesn't have to be that way. I just like to plan down. So yeah, we can leave some room there for a small road or whatever. In time, I would like to leave some room for parking as well. Parking doesn't come with the game. You need to use some mods for it, but I have to future-proof it a bit. So it's 4 and 1 more. Okay. We build the road. The game wants to snap to nodes, as people call them. So there's a node here, node here, node here. If it's close to the end, it wants to snap to that node. So that's why I prolong the road, and then the game allows me to build a road here. It's the way game works. Maybe I should have mirrored the length. Yeah. That's why we keep the game was refund. So hold on. We'll make them self-sufficient so you can zone things. Here. These are self-sufficient already. So we are going to expand the zone. And with a smaller brush. There we go. It's still considered the same area. You can even disconnect them, and it will still be considered as the same area. And the power should connect from here, so that's fine. We just need to provide them with water. That'll be fine. Oh yeah, water here, okay. We can build the pipes and the roads here. This is a small part of the roleplay. We are building pipes only under roads, which I didn't do in the first city. I would just build them to cover the area. But we are playing it that way here. So yeah, this area will now develop. We will lower the need for more commercial zones. And we can build some more houses here. Each house. I wonder, will we have problems there if we change the water level somehow? Let's see. You don't have to detail as much as I do, you can just do this. There are so many ways to play this game, you don't have to do anything I'm doing. There are people that play like cities of this size and they place each house and detail around it. There are people building like 40,000 people cities within 2 days by playing 16 hours fast. I'm closer to the slow and organizing well and talking a lot. Yeah, school at the park, why not? So everybody's happy. And that'll enable us to have this area jump from level 1 to level 2. Level 1 allows us to have 3 households, and I think we have some level 2s here. It's still three households. What? Wait a minute. Higher level... No, wait. I clicked on a smaller house. So it has 4 households. If I clicked on the same size one. This one is larger square footage. So yeah, 4 and level 2. And this one has 4 but only 3 households. As they evolve to level 3, etc., it will allow more households and more people to move in. So yeah, let's work on this area in the meantime. We'll probably upgrade this to a 6-lane road, but we won't use it now. So we will build another 4-lane road that you can imagine this as veins or a tree. So you start with something thick and then you make it thinner and branch around, which is actually called road hierarchy. You can do it in various ways. Some people just build 6-lane avenues everywhere and it works out for them. I like to keep things organized, so this will be upgraded to 6-lane. 6 and 4 lanes have the same width, so by building the 4-lane here we saved a little bit of money, but we have enough space as it will take later on once we upgrade it. So we'll branch it out. And then we'll create smaller roads around, where we'll build houses and shops. So let's start it here and leave some room for services. We're everything. I'm leaving some room to add some trees later on. I'll build this area inspired by parts of Berlin. When you're landing there, you can actually see blocks of buildings. We're going to upgrade these into buildings. And then in between buildings there are trees for privacy and to reduce noise. Maybe a little bit more of an area. We are not using this well, but I think it's going to look nice. For the moment it's going to be houses, but it's going to get upgraded to buildings. And we need to provide them some jobs. So we'll add a shopping area here, I guess. And we'll start some generic industries here that are going to get destroyed and later on just something temporary. So this area can function on its own, more or less, for start. Now they got water and power, they got a place to work at. Yeah, I want to change this. Yeah, in vanilla you can change styles here. I do have another way for it when I enable mods, but this is the way you actually change styles. So for instance, we want to have European buildings here, you just change the style. you have to do it, you don't have to do it when buildings form, but if you make changes and buildings evolve to level 2, 3 or 5 maybe if a lot of time passed, and you want to make a change, the buildings will start over as you just place them there. So my advice is to do it early on, because you lose all the progress you got if you make the changes later on. Two, 3, 4 and one more. That should be it. Yeah, that looks the same. There's a mod named Precision in Engineering, and you can use it to have lengths. It's way easier to build faster and see more precise angles. With vanilla, they added most of that. When you build, you can see the angle here, but it rounds. In precision engineering, it actually shows smaller values of the angle, and it shows the length of units. So you know that you build 10 squares, 11 squares, 12 squares, instead of relying on cost. If you don't have that mode, you can just rely on cost and see like that something costs the same. So we see that the cost here was 900. The cost here was 960 because this road is larger, but we mirrored the areas. Let's go back where we started. We still have need for everything and a lot of more people to move in, so we can build in this area. And yeah, the precision tool shows you the angle where you are connecting as well. It makes it easier to, if you want to connect it at a 90 degrees angle, it's way easier. This way you have to eyeball it. And then for instance, the building at the corner will be looking like this. Two reasons for that are me not actually hitting the 90 degrees angle and the land there, because it's not flat. If it was flat and I managed to somehow eyeball the 90 degrees angle, it would work out. The solution for it is to level the ground. You right click on the level you want and then you level it out. If you level the ground where you already built a road, in vanilla it won't level the road. So you have to destroy the road and then level the ground. I right click here to select the level I want, and then it works. That's the way the game works. We can make some slope here so I don't level everything out. So you slope terrain with this tool and then you just slope it down. We can make the tool, the brush length smaller, so it's more gradual. And then what I wanted to show is how you could actually avoid eyeballing what I just did. So we make a bend there that we had, and you actually do it the opposite way. You just build from this road and then aim for 90 degrees and hope it will connect here. So yeah, you move it along and then connect. That's the solution you use in vanilla. Since you can't see without the mods the angle of the road where you're connecting to. So it will fix this area, but oh, no, we need straight roads. It will fix this area, but it won't look as well here. There are many ways to do it, given the fact it's not built in a grid way. This is the fastest way in this example. I'll just remove some tails. You can click here and then left click to dezone stuff, or you can right click. It doesn't matter which one you had, right click deletes one you placed. Luckily this one started first. So let's see. Yep, it connected. Let's see the new area. Yeah, so let's build them some generic industry close to the highway, and in time we are going to build the real forest industry here, the one that comes with Industries DLC. In the large city we don't have ore industry yet, and we don't have forest industry yet, so that's why I would like to play forest industry here, just to see how it goes. It's new to me. We did have big farming industry, we started with oil industry, but we don't have other industries yet. We should be seeing drop in the need for more people to move in. Okay, game. We got fire helicopter depot. A fire station. Oh, now we can build fire station, but we don't have a lot of money, so we do have to build around more, and then in time build the more services in order to avoid problems. Luckily this area doesn't have a lot of forests, so the hazard is not that big, but any service we got is way too far from them. We could be using choppers. So there's a sound for that, so
I got a bad feeling about this.
We'll see how it goes. New building. A police station and police headquarters, which are far better compared to police station. We have everything double, I guess. Enable both European and modern buildings. I will disable European buildings on this map. And we will avoid having double the buildings. But I will have to change. I use a couple of those, like in the firehouse. Low bar, man! Welcome. I don't know what to say, thanks for the cheers. That's the second time somebody is cheering the stream. I mean, it's not so efficient, it just takes less resources, but it takes more room. So we'll build the community school here. I guess further apart from this area, although they also like having schools near. And leave some room for the road, so we don't have to move it later on. So that will start evolving the houses in this area soon enough. So we have a big drop in need for industry and commercial zone, just the big need for people to move in. I guess the game wants to take us to the next level, where we can actually build high density buildings. And we did everything else more or less right, by pleasing the game in what it wants. So we are going to expand here. And again mirror this. So the length was 900. We already have 420 here, so we need... oh, I need to enable this back. 480? That's 900. Yeah. More houses. I don't know why I keep doing this, but this is the third time, I think. Water, power will get there on its own. Water availability is still fine. Power is more than fine, so we are doing fine. Once we are building more industry, it will pull out of power. So by building more houses and more people moving in ones that evolve on their own, you can see a slow rise in demand for other things. As I explained earlier, when you build new services, for instance, we will surely need a bus connecting two areas. You will see drastic changes in needs. So I think we will need another cemetery soon, and especially since these guys are way off compared to here, and as you can see now, they already started complaining that nobody's taking out trash. Regarding the trash itself, when you look at it, there's no coverage there, because when these guys go out, they can go further to here, and there's no actual connection to this area, so they can't go there at all. I will build another one somewhere around here, and then we'll destroy it later on. But I'll build it here just to simplify things, and it can serve this square. We do need to keep them away from houses, because once they get full, the pollution on them gets spread around, and then people get sick. So we'll build it here. As I said, we are going to destroy this area and replan it. This is just a functional build to serve this area for the moment. We can actually build a recycling center, it pollutes less, and see how it works. Once the demand grows, we will build one landfill site. And when we unlock larger recycling centers, we will get rid of the landfill sites. There you go, all the noise here. It doesn't need power. It needs power. Like, wait a minute. When we eventually build the roundabouts and intersections, my advice is to keep them close to them and close to highways. So once we build the larger versions, they can cover more. They just exit to the highway and serve whatever needs to be served and come back fast. So that's one of the advices I can give once the city grows larger. Now these guys will get happy. I mean, they'll stop complaining. We will need to build a cemetery as well. And I'm still missing the modern one we have in the large city. But we are keeping it vanilla for the moment. So let's build one. People love living next to cemeteries. That's one of the illogical things the game has in it. These guys are still complaining though. Ah yeah, all 5 trucks are in. Sometimes they don't use as many trucks as they have. I don't know why, but they don't. Let's see where they are. Nowhere? Ooh, it does have water by accident. I was like, why doesn't it ask for water? I guess they picked up enough to process before they decide to pick up more. So let's build another recycling center and see will it solve this. I never started only with recycling centers. I would always build the landfill sites and then in time evolve the city into recycling center only. So let's see, will this deal with the problem we got? If not, we're going to build one landfill site here. Yeah, these guys don't have water. Funny enough, they're going to the shops. It's collecting garbage. Where it's going? What? No! Did you see that? So I built them here to serve this area where we actually have people complaining the trash is not taken out, and they're going to the other part of the city to collect garbage. Smart. I think the same will happen if we build the landfill site, but let's do it. I think the electricity is disconnected now. That should be fine. Let's see where they go. We have this guy. It's going to the city. We have this guy. He's going to the city as well. Yeah, let's build them a firehouse and police station as well. Oh yeah. Early game, don't spend too much money. Advice I gave 20 minutes ago. Okay, so now we have to wait for more people to move in, and we should be getting more money. I should have just built one more recycling center here. It will make these people happier, and then I guess these people would get the services they want. They stopped complaining about garbage, so somebody came to pick it up. And you can see how pollution is slowly expanding as the landfill site is getting full. When you don't have DLCs, you do have to build landfill sites, and then you have to build incineration plants. Once you hit 5,000 people, incineration plants destroy the garbage that's on landfill sites, but they produce ton of pollution. I did have to use them in the first city I built. It didn't have the Green Cities DLC where recycling centers come, and I think the other type of recycling center and waste management comes with Sunset Harbor. So that's the only way you can deal with garbage if you have only base game vanilla. What a streamer had is an issue you need to consider. When you look at your power production, it shows the overall production. So for instance, we do have 3 here and a power plant. And that grid is totally disconnected from this. In time, you might lose power here. And building more in this area or here is not connected to there, so it doesn't provide power for them. So that's why you need to pay attention to where you place your power generating buildings or objects in order to provide enough power for that region. In time, these guys won't have enough power, so we will have to build more of those here. Another advice I can give. It has to be in the same power grid. That's the issue, so this grid is separated. We can't build... We can build? There's no way they go underwater. Wait a minute, it won't cost a lot. How the hell is this working? And I don't have any mods. I don't have like Fire Node Anarchy. Okay. It doesn't make sense though. It doesn't make sense. Keep in mind, there are no mods that should enable this. Okay. That's the way this game works. I'll keep it a roleplay. So we'll destroy this and build it as it should exist. It really makes no sense. And I know I watched some videos where people are complaining that they have to build like underwater electricity and that it doesn't work. How the hell is this making sense? Does it work? Yes, it does. It works. So now we have big demand for people to move in. And we provided most of the basic services here aside the firehouse, but we don't have enough money. So we will build a little bit of roads and more place for people to move in. The school is here, so yeah, we can build one more. It was 900. Regarding cost. And we can ask for more people to move in. I'll build this blocky, then we'll build something differently in the middle. Then we're going to build different blocks in this area. Maybe we can do the combs we did here. But it's all temporary since we're going to switch it to high density residential. So that's why I'm just building fast. Water is still fine, electricity is more than fine. Garbage is now way better than it was, but the processing status is not that well. So I think we'll need another recycling center. So yeah, we definitely need one more. We'll build it here to cover the more dense region, and especially since we are going to switch from low density to high density, all the demands are going to boom. So we will have to build like 50 schools around and whatnot. Not literally, but it's not that far from it. So let's build another recycling center here. I have no idea where I built that road. Especially since it's going to get polluted. So another recycling center in this area. Yeah, we can split it a bit. And we definitely need at least a fire station here, but now we don't have any money, so let's wait a bit. So yeah, let's do the cheat that I said we won't be doing just to save some time. We'll increase them the taxes, and once they start complaining, we'll bring the taxes down. In the meantime, we are going to ramp up. Now they started complaining. We ramped up the money we got. So yeah, taxes back to normal. And now everybody's happy again. And we got from nearly 0 to 14,000, which enables us to build more. Oh, we have a fire. Didn't I say we need a firehouse here? And there's no way that the guys from this area can get to there. So this area is going to burn down. We have to build a firehouse. So yeah, let's build a modern firehouse there. To deal with this. Go, go, go. Let's see the action. Oh, I forgot the game is sped up. Go, go, go. So, one is fixed. The other one is still burning. Where's the other truck? One of the fire engines is in use. Yeah, use the second one. And everybody's like, yeah, there's a fire going over there. What's going on? I wanted to click just to see is it really on fire or a bug. It is on fire. Oh, there they go. Let's see the action. Did it burn down or they took like half a second to... No, it's fine. Okay. Phew. We have a ton more need for people to move in, but I don't want to overbuild because we are going to change this. So we are going to expand this area. So we'll leave some room in the middle for services around. Maybe a park. And then we build more houses here, but we are going to take a different approach now. We are going to build a con. I never do calculations for those. So let's see, did I do things right? Not enough money. Building early on. When you get this message, it means that police coverage is good, because they are making it public that they left the key under the flower pot. So it means that the city is safe. We can actually see that here, that the crime rate is low. And you can click it here as well to see the crime rate is low. We will need another police headquarters for this area, but yeah, money. We can add a little bit more industry here just to earn a bit more. I'll check if they're painted. And they have only there is painted, they don't have water. And power built yet. Yep. So this small need for industry we got. I guess one is going to pop up. But the game really wants us to get more people to move in. Now we have money for the roads. So yeah, let's build a calm. I'll pause the game because I want to plan. I have no idea, did it fine, so I guess, yeah, we have some room. So let's leave some room. One by one. I can do it by one on the right. No, then we need two. That's much instead of a calm, we can do this. And it leaves enough room. Yeah. So let's enable more people to move in. I didn't use the commercial this time. We didn't have space here, we didn't have space there. Ah, yeah. So 2 spaces free. It's the same on both sides. We can upgrade the roads. Nice. They stopped with that because they really bought them. And they won the power. I thought they built something. Yeah, 4 the power. 23. And what do people want to do? 4. 1, 2, and then we space for 2. So 1, 2, 4. I can do it this way. 4, 4. 4, 4, 4, 4, 2. Nah, it doesn't have to be perfect. Water, but for this bit we'll need more money. It's already 740 and we need 740 more. So it's around 4,000, it will be comfortable. We can provide these guys, I guess, in water. It's only going to fit the next house. And we should figure out how to connect these guys to here. Because these guys can go over there, but these guys can't go over here. We can build an off-ramp here. So they can go there and turn as a temporary solution until we get enough money to actually build a cloverleaf here and make some changes for the trumpet one. We'll move these closer to the horn. So we can build some houses here, although they will complain about the noise early on. Yeah. We can build a park here and some more houses. Look at the trees. Shame if we build something there, and we do need to build something. Maybe the park can be there, and then we make some beach houses and some attractions, instead of making a park here as a planned initiative. Yeah. So we'll make a curvy road, and the houses there will stay. I guess we can make them self-sufficient to have some fancy self-sufficient houses at the beach. What do you guys say? That's just an idea. Why not? Yep. These guys won't be happy, but that's the logical place where we should connect the streets. It managed to evolve to level 3. But yeah, it's a small loss. They should get gone, but this is the faster way to deal with that. So small houses. Yeah, let's just paint it and then lose the tails. This too. Beach houses. Who wants a beach house? We can leave some of the areas empty just to add some funding. Preferably when it's not perfect, but it is. One for me. And yeah, we can keep houses here. So the guys later on in buildings here have the view. So let's just get rid of the tails. And provide them with water. It is a bit of fun overspending, especially early, but we said we are going to play it this way. So we should be hitting 5,000 soon, and I think these industries here evolve, a couple of them. Yeah, another pig farm. Wait a minute, why it's called Fruit for All and they have pigs there? But we can temporarily do this. So these guys can finally go over here. And I'll do this as well, so they don't have to go all the way here to get there. I could have just connected here as well, but giving more choices creates less traffic problems. It's a stupid solution, it's an early solution. It's a good early solution that doesn't require a lot of money. Not enough customers. Soon. So school coverage is more or less fine, but as you can see, even for this small section, we do need another school. So I keep repeating myself. That's one of the things I don't like in the game. You have to build too many services, and we did ramp up the budget for them. So the coverage is larger. As I said, this is not organized. Oh yeah, so we decided this is self-sufficient. It's better to make changes before they evolve further. So let's paint the area. And say it's self-sufficient. Let's make them high-tech as well. Can we? Not yet. So we need to reach 7,000 people first. Okay. We can make them self-sufficient then. So you go into the residential specializations and then you set it to be self-sufficient buildings. The difference is they pay less taxes, but they produce less garbage, they consume less electricity, but they also pay less taxes, so they take up more of the space, but they consume less resources. So now you see what I was talking about earlier. When you change the styles or the type, the buildings despawn and they start over, so that's why it's important to do it right at the start. Or when you don't care and you just want to change the whole area when you have millions in budget later on. We're soon going to hit 5,000 people, so we can just relax and eat some chocolate. Look at this will change, but these guys are above enough to have the view, and these guys can also have the view, so it ended up looking nice. I want to add some services around as well, so I didn't build houses everywhere, and we are really close to hitting 5,000. Yeah, we have to destroy these. It will enable redevelopment, and it makes people happier around because they're not living next to a ruin. So it's highly advised when you have those to destroy them. There's a mod that automatically destroys them, but we're not using it. They are actually using this road, so that's good. They can get from here to there. Finally. Yeah, we reached the next milestone and we can get the new area and build a campus already, and now we can have IT clusters and leisure specialization with a ton of new policies and new zones which we need the most. So yeah, ton of new buildings, ton of new resources. I'm scrolling slowly so you can see. Now, my advice, early on, until the city grows more, there's really no need to build universities, because most of the buildings you got, aside the IT cluster you could have, don't actually demand to have well-educated workers. So, no need for well-educated workers. No need for well-educated workers, and we do have one. No need for well-educated workers, so we have over-educated people, despite the fact we don't have a university yet. So, university also costs... this is the university, so it costs 75,000. It's something you don't need to invest early on, you just need to keep expanding, and once you provide them more services, get them more educated, get some policies you can use, let's show them globally. So you can set some rules. For instance, if you set the industry to be 4.0, you will lose workplaces, but industry will demand to have higher educated people. So there are two ways to play the game from now on. You can actually educate people more and provide them with new areas where they can work, and then you can actually commit and use some districts that are close to industry, and then set rules there. We didn't paint the district here. I will paint one. Then set rules there that you do want in policies to I'll find the rule soon. I guess it's in services. Yeah, so we don't need education boost. There's an option called schools out. So what that makes is all the citizens in that area you painted don't actually prefer to study in university, and they prefer to find jobs. So that covers the need for low education jobs you might have in your areas, because if we just built education everywhere, we would get overeducated people, and then we'll get industry that's left. We won't have enough workers, enough workforce that wants to work there. We will have overeducated workers, and then it's going to start to close. So you can set some districts to be worker areas and make them work in industry. Other solution is to use the industry and set it to be the 4.0 industry, and it will require for higher educated workers. So those are two paths you can go by. I played both, so I let the chat choose how we go on. It doesn't have to be now, but in time we will have to decide the path we take. We can play both at the same time, but it will complicate stuff by making some industry advanced, some industry basic, some areas. But yeah, we can play both ways. We do have funds now. I do want to move these away to the horn, and we actually don't own that land, so I'll place them here, and we will have to reconnect them to the grid. And they need power. We'll temporarily build it until we expand up to there. It's a small cost. So by evolving the city to the next level, we got increase in need for more people to move in and to build more industries. We will replan this to make a roundabout and then build some more industry here as well. But in time we are going to build a large forest industry here, but yeah, now we got other types of buildings. So let's make some changes and lower the demand in need for people to move in. This is the center of the island more or less, so we can build buildings there for sure. So that's the first chunk where we'll have changes. On time, because they already started to go to level 3. We need to leave some room for roads as we plan. Is there actually need here? Yeah. So now we should be seeing first apartment buildings in our city. The game actually builds both European and modern buildings. Okay. It doesn't look that great now, but in time as the buildings evolve, they'll start looking better. They allow way more people to move in, so even the first level one allows 9 households compared to 3 or 4 even when the building evolves. We can make the change here as well. And you can see the drastic drop in need for more people to move in. I think if I waited long enough, it would drop even further because most of these spaces are not yet used. But we're going to make the change and then work on other areas. I don't advise making changes this fast in general. It lowers your earnings too fast. It's better to make changes fast, or you can just build a ton and then hope you can cope. But you can see now there's actually no more demand for people to move in now, and we dropped from 5,000 to 4,700 because we made the changes too fast. It will level out in time. Another advice I want to give is once you build these, there's far more people at the same area. All the schools we had that covered some area will now get less coverage because they need to cover more people. And that's why I keep complaining about the vanilla ones. Let's see the school coverage here. You can see we have one here and it used to cover everything in this area, but since we now have buildings in this area, it doesn't cover as well here. And when even more people move in, when these buildings evolve to higher levels, the coverage will get even lower, so you would have to build a school here, and a school somewhere, which we will do early on. But in time we will use free assets available on Steam that you can use on your PC, but it's not available on consoles, and for the moment we are going to play it as close to vanilla as it's possible. But once the city grows, we are going to make big changes in it. What? This is the person that made the fire earlier on. Where's Rosemary? So she lives here and she went all the way here by a road, we didn't have that back then, and she made a fire. Rosemary is pretty sus. Yeah, these guys complain that they don't have enough customers, although we have a bunch of people that moved in. But as you can see, we already have 8 households here, compared to something where we started, we have only 4 and it's level 3 already. So it's good to make gradual changes as soon as you have more demand and you want to have high density residential somewhere. Another advice I can give is that once you start building high density residential, they do like self-sufficient shops, but they do prefer to go to high density commercial zones. High density commercial zones produce way more traffic and they produce way more noise. So it's good to plan how to place them. Early on we won't be focusing on that, but later on we will be paying attention to it, but we'll just build some. It's good to use offices because they don't produce traffic and they don't produce noise. They do demand higher level of education though. So it's good to use them as buffers. For instance, if we do plan to change some of this, Let's see the area. It's all self-sufficient, but yeah, we can make this small area not self-sufficient and change this, since we're already making changes, change it to be high density commercial. Let's just check how well I did this. Yeah, that should be fine. And then we change it from low density commercial to high density commercial with some room in between. These guys won't be happy about what to do. And then add some offices to serve as buffers between them as well. And over here we can build some offices. Just to provide more jobs. Offices serve as industry as well. It's good to combine both, but offices serve as industry as well. So once these start to form, you'll see the drop in need for industry as well. Less compared to if we build more industry. Early on they provide less jobs. So industry provides 16 and this provides only 4. And we'll see that these like provide 10 to 12, 8. In time they will evolve and some will produce, some will provide up to 20 workplaces. If you look at some of the old VODs on Twitch, you can see how we use this approach in a large city. And it's working out fine. These guys definitely need some healthcare. So we'll build... Oof. That's a lot. Let's build a medical clinic. Just to provide some health. It covers enough. And we can replace it later on. It's not that expensive. And if anybody wants to claim a beach house, please let me know which one you want. So I would set a global rule for people to prefer using bikes if they can. It will solve the problem these guys have, I think, because they don't have good connections and it's a bit early to build public transport. As you can see, as the last time I was talking about problems, when they get red, it's something you need to address, and if you don't react long enough, it's going to get abandoned. We'll build the park here just to utilize the area, and then we'll figure out something for this area, maybe a nature reserve park so people can walk within these trees. We did have a park and an entertainment park right next to each other, so it should work out. Or we can destroy this area completely. So for parks, we go over here Go to City Park, and then we can build one. We need to paint the park area first, so let's do it. So we paint the park area here. I think I painted too. I guess it's going to be more following the beach, but it will do for start. So now we can build the park main gate. I guess is the slope. So we need to fix that. But why tells the space is already occupied? It's the slope. Maybe it's the curvature, and we need a more, we need a straight road. So since we don't have anything here, let's make this road less curvy. And yeah, so guys, we actually lost. We lost because I built an iron. Sorry. Okay. So now we can build the main gate here. The problem was in the curvature. Okay, the problem was in the curvature. Boom, and now we can build parks. Parks are important to build because they earn money. They improve land value, they make people happier, they bring you money. Build parks. So let's build a road. Early on, what I like to do to save some time is to just build a park, and after it's, even in the big city we did, it's still just built. I like to detail them later on, but early on I just like to make them functional so they start getting people in and earning money. And in time we're going to make these roads curvy. In vanilla you would just destroy them and rebuild them, but we do have the move it mod, so we can bend the roads easily. But for the moment I'm going to just build them to be functional. So this is how they work. You do need to provide some park maintenance, I forgot that. And you can set some policies as well. You don't need to use policies that are not for that type of a park. So for instance, I did that in the first city I had. This is just for zoo buildings, so there's no use to use it in a normal park. Fireworks don't happen in main parks, but in entertainment ones. And garbage is not piled up aside the nature reserve parks, so there's no need to enable these. We can enable night tours, and we can make it into a main park. And advertising campaign is good to bring in more people once it starts earning more money. Early on, it's more of a cost than advantage. And yeah, you need to have a certain amount of visitors and entertainment. You can set the ticket price. We keep it low at start and increase it as the park level goes up. It goes up once you reach both goals. So, and the way to increase entertainment is by building attractions in. So you can see that we can build a square and it provides 50 entertainment. We can build a cafe, it also provides 50 entertainment. There are restrooms that provide 10 entertainment, and I always build one near the entrance. I have no idea why we have 2 parks there, so I have to fix that. Strawberry garden all the way. I like the name, Strawberry Garden. So yeah, now we build some. So that's 10 entertainment. We can build a cafe at the beach. Maybe a little bit off from the toilets. Let's move them on this side. And yeah, the cafe. So now we have a beach cafe. And now you can see, when you check the area info, we actually have 112 entertainment. So we do need a couple more buildings just to reach the entertainment level we need for the next level. So now when we check on the park, we are still lacking one building to have the full entertainment level. And at the moment we have more expenses than income, but here are the first earnings with the first person. And as I said earlier, once you provide something new to the city, you can see the drastic change in needs. So now we have need for everything. And it's because we build offices and we introduce something new to the city. So that's why important, once we provide bus lines, we will get a surge in need for something. Once we provide post, it will provide a big surge in something. So it's important to add things in. So let's build one more building, and then we can just wait for the park to have enough visitors. Boom. We can later on build a fence. As long as you don't connect this to the road, people won't walk by grass to enter. But if you do connect it to a road, people won't pay the entry fee and they will go into the park. So you have to disable them access to the park on the sides if there's no gate. Yeah, so people are already using the park. So everything is just booming. When we make better connections around, oh yeah, I wanted to make change in policies to encourage biking. When people drive bikes around, aside less traffic, they reach further, and you can change the streets to be more bike friendly, so they don't drive bikes on sidewalks. We don't need these anymore. So yeah, since we have more need for people to move in, we can continue with the changes we were making. And let's make the change in the comb barrier. So although we had so many buildings that are far ahead, we will still get more money in time as we are getting larger buildings. You can see here, yeah, we didn't increase taxes to them. We need to make it the same for everybody. If the taxes are way different, one of the groups that pays more will complain that other groups are paying less if the difference is drastic, like over 5 or 10%. These are offices. This is an office as well. Oh, and this is the high density commercial building. So to show the noise as I was speaking about, you can actually see, yeah, the industry is making a lot of noise, but you can see that these buildings are actually also making a lot of noise. Less than industry, but making noise. And if we place them right next to each other, they would create a lot of noise altogether. So that's why it's good to spread them a little bit and build some offices in between. So yeah, we have more need for commercial. We'll build some here and we'll change some of these to be high density. I really like this area though, so we can build some high density commercial here near the industry. I use a different type of a road that's also important to pay attention to. That's why we had that node. We will be making changes here, so it doesn't matter if we move this road that up. These guys should lose power. Let's make a temporary solution. We will have to destroy this, and I did plant some high density commercial there. Yeah, that'll work. Let's make the change here. There's really no need for this. So let's build a roundabout. 111. Yeah, it'll fit. I wanted to destroy this as well, but it looks too nice. We'll keep it as a 4-laner and then change it. Oh, I built the 6-lane. Okay. So we are making the changes I spoke about last stream. These two would be way too close. But yeah. We'll plan this area a bit. Maybe we can connect it like this. Or maybe here. And then we can make a path here and then make a cul-de-sac in this area. Not a real one, because you need to use mods to have one. But yeah. I didn't connect the road. For the moment, we are going to make it look good, and we can make the change here as well. Because the type of the road changes there. I keep mixing these two, and I really don't like this one. This is the main ring. I was thinking to move this, but no. For the moment, it will have to stay there. But I really don't like that solution. These two are way too close, but again, it's a small city. This won't be... Why did they lose power? So there's power here. Ah, I know why. We disconnected this and that generates most power for everything. Now it'll be fine. And now we just need to reconnect the highways. I like it, it's moving. These guys will slow down a bit, but the rest will be fine. So that should work out. And later on we can expand roads from here and start the ore industry as well. So we introduced the first roundabout in the city and destroyed the one city had by default, since we have the funds now. And this area developed nicely. We made a park, let's check on it. Yeah, it has enough entertainment, it just needs more visitors. So that'll be fine. These look strange. They shimmer. No, a firehouse without a road connection. That's not good. And they get unhappy and happy at the same time. Campuses early don't pay off. I spent a lot of time. Don't build campuses early. They are really great later on when you have enough leeway. Don't build them early. They earn a lot of money once they reach the last level or prestige. It takes time for that and they don't pay off early. You need to be ready to lose some money and win only in sports games. So, facing the houses, closer to the water. This one? Okay. It's Lobar's residence. We don't have any more need for people to move in. So in order to avoid losing too many people, as we did for a second, I'll stop with changing from low density to high, and I'll focus on need, so we have big need for industry. Let's start the ore industry here. So I'll build it till the end. To show what I'm doing in other cities we built. So then you build one-way roads that go like this. That's short roads. I'll make it longer than the rest. And do that again. And connect it back. So that way you make a pipe, or I call them H type of building. So it goes like this, and it continues to go on like that. I'll connect it here just to avoid being too close to this intersection. And the thing that helps with the organization is to change it to these at the end, so they don't have to actually drive all the way in and then drive back. You can change the ends, no need here, but if it continued, you change the ends and then they have a choice to actually turn in And if they need to get here, they don't need to get all the way here and drive. They can get to here and enter there. So it helps a little bit with traffic. In vanilla and without EMP, which we are not using now, it's not that important, but it helps. So yeah, let's paint the area. Let's check the resources first. Yeah, it's fine. So let's paint the area. In First City I built, it really helped me in the city center where we had bus stops, in vanilla, where we had bus stops and then a bunch of traffic would pile up behind them while they are stopping and while the second bus is waiting to pick up after the first bus is gone. So it helps that they can wait in that one lane and then other one can be used by other cars. That's another use of them. But aside those two and connections to larger roads where they can have one lane in and choose to go both left and right, I don't see other uses for them. If we had another road here, it would also help to have it face the other way. You can actually do it. So imagine there are two roads on this side, and then you build it. A road here, a road there, and then you build it here as well, but you face it the other way. So then the exit can be provided to both left and right on both sides, and there's one entry point on both sides as well. That also helps. We have it in the larger city we played with all the mods and assets. I think it provides some services. And yeah, usually we don't build industry on this road itself, so all the trucks that want to go there have their way, but it's not too much of an industry and it's going to get destroyed once we move industry to other areas and use the DLC ones instead of vanilla ones. So this will do. And yeah, once we reach the 7,000 people as the next milestone, that's going to be it for the day. I forgot to paint the industry area. For specialization. For vanilla ones. I actually painted one where you build it. Oops, strange effect. Water power. Just to save some time, I could have just connected this across the highway. Or could have I, because this is stone. Zinc, iron forge, zinc. Still works, okay. It works as we wanted it to work. We have a significant drop in need for industry now. Water works. Somebody complained about water. Let's see. It's still fine. I guess it's this area where we didn't provide any. Yeah, this was expected, and we have a lot of traffic lights. So in vanilla, this is how you partially solve it. Yeah. Let's check, are there some here because we made changes. We could actually expand there as well. It would be funny if we misuse the map and then terraform the area and connect the island to the rest of the land. So much pollution. Ooh, what will we unlock there? I think we need to hit 14,000. Yep. 22,000, great. 22,000. More need for commercial. So let's build some here. I built the asymmetrical road, didn't I? Actually, it was well placed. So they can choose easier and have less traffic there. I'll change it back just to build the rest. We'll build it like this and then provide some services. Thanks from the follow brand. And thanks for the redeem. Nobody redeemed that yet. As we built new industry area, you can see the big demand for everything. So we'll be making some more changes in the city. Let's add the high density commercial first. Offices. I think we are going to hit the next milestone without me making changes, but I wanted to make a small change here, so I'll do it. These guys are evolving slowly. Once we provide them traffic and post is important. They'll evolve faster. We'll get some abandoned buildings here because they're not well connected to the people living there. That's why we have this problem. Actually, if you think about it, maybe it's a better solution to have the entry here. And then once they finish what they need, they can exit here and exit here. So I think it makes more sense for traffic to go in here and turn right and do what they need to do, and then exit all the way here and just drive straight, instead of these guys driving where they need to go and interfering with the traffic in the middle. We'll try both ways. I'll make what I think makes sense now. We just need to switch the direction. Let's see how that works. Now they'll be confused a bit. Yeah, let's check what we import and export. So it's in... no, it's not there. It's not there. Yep. So we are importing goods in general, and we are still importing agricultural products, although we are making them. I mean, they are importing agricultural products. That's interesting. And for export, we are exporting more agricultural products. We are exporting forestry, oil, I guess from recycling centers because we don't have oil. Yeah. And some mail. And we have a lot of import on mail. And how are we exporting fish? We don't have that, and it didn't show up a moment ago. We don't have any industry for fishing. Beats me. We were close to 7,000 a moment ago. Yeah, it's because I destroyed the houses here. So now we wait for people to move in. It is going to ramp up fast. I won't be destroying any more houses. We'll just provide what they ask of us, so more people move in. This is going to be the first out of many pathways we're going to have. I guess I need to shorten it a bit. Once these guys get power, it should be connected. I hate making temporary solutions, but I think it connected now. Yep, good. Water. Oh, too much. Yes, we can reduce it there. Oh, these are new ones we didn't have so far. Not enough educated workers. You see, so the change I made actually made a problem. So we need to turn it back off. So the city is not yet ready for advanced industry. It's getting more busy. I guess we are around 90%. And I still built a lot of things in a wrong way, especially this area. So yeah, without EMP and disabled despawning, I don't understand why people brag that they have like low traffic. I mean, they don't have traffic problems. If I build it in a really bad way and it still works out. Like, first of all, this can be done way better. So let's do it. 3 tooling? How many power tooling? Wow, I need 2 rings. Tooling power? Tooling power. Yeah, okay. You guys in the way? Vanilla. I think I needed to build from here and then it work out. Let's try that. Yep. And then you just switch the way and yeah, it's perfect. Power. Actually, it's made it. I just wanted to build more. Okay, so we finally reached the small city. And we can get unique buildings, we didn't build any. Train, monorail and cable cars. Now we have more policies to use. And we can introduce high-tech housing, which will increase the land value, which will increase the need for more people to move in. We have different choices for transport. Train stations, monorail. This comes with the green DLCs, the yoga garden. And now if we had the college, which we won't have for a while, we could have built a basketball arena as an additional arena to increase the attractiveness of our college. So yeah, let's save the game. I hope some of the advices from today help, and that I'll be seeing you on Sunday.